And I'm going to be, there are some parts of it that involve quite a bit of detail. So I'm going to be going into um, a lot of detail. Now, on why are we like that? Why is this even happening over here? Yeah, okay, that feels better. Oh, let me. Black Lotus, thank you for getting your heart to me. Black Lotus, did you only do what do you call it? Did you only do y'all, I can't even think of it. Did you only do the voice chat yesterday? I was looking for you. I even went over to that other thing to look for you. I went over to the other side looking for you, Black Lotus. Y'all, I'm actually just. Hey, Karen, how are you? Good morning. I need to sharpen these. Yes, I know I should have done this before I got on, but yeah. Oh, you had a power outage. Okay. I hear you. You had to improvise. Well, I hope everything is back on track today. Um, and I'll look out for you today. Hey, Coach G7, good morning. I drew the columns. This? Yeah, I drew these. I'm going to carve them now. Oh, Black Lotus, thank you for the roses. All right, y'all, I'm going to start carving in a second. Let me just. This is a slightly different setup today because I'm standing because I cannot do this sitting down. I don't have the right leverage and I don't want to hurt myself and mess up the drawing. So we have to make it work. All right, this better be enough sharpening. If not, we'll go back. You can't see the comments. Do I need to put the black background? Am I on what columns, Coach G7? I don't think I know what you're referring to. Uh, Give me a second, y'all. Let me. You said ask Alimo. I am only I'm only carving today, Coach G7. So I am doing printmaking. I'm a printmaker, but I'm only doing carving today. I'm not printing. Well, I'm not printing on live today. Uh, yeah, I'm just logging in with my other account so I can see what you all see. Oh, Blondie was telling me to ask you about the comments, Allison. Black Lotus, thank you for the roses. Allison, thank you for getting your heart me and for the slow motions. Um, it might be because it depends. I think when we have to navigate this a little, y'all, because I don't know what the perfect placement is yet. I have to make sure that I have enough leverage to carve properly and that y'all can see it. But oh, the background is different today. It's I'm in a slight literally maybe like 2 inches of I mean 2 feet of a difference in the location in this tiny room that I'm in. Yeah, I guess it's because the books aren't behind me. The books make it a little bit easier to see. I don't know, y'all. I cannot move. I'm not moving this setup right now, so I know it's going to be a little bit tricky to see the comments, but um we're gonna have to push through. Hey Maximalist, good morning. All right, so let me get carving. Um now I know what Blondie's talking about, Coach G7. The Yeah, so this once I carve this, I use this to make prints. So that's what I am doing this morning. Give me Shadow Cat. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, let me just I know today usually I click all these buttons before I actually go live, so give me be patient, y'all. Be patient. And I will tell you this, I am going to have to, for sure, I'm probably going to be taking breaks to stretch my back because I'm standing and I'm not on an anti-fatigue mat, which is not a good idea, but um, I'm not fighting that fight right now. Okay. So I'm primarily doing, first I'm going to be doing the bigger areas. So let me use a ruler actually so I can keep these straight lines. I am doing, for the first time, I am trying out ACEOs. So y'all, I am going to be, um, let's see how this goes. So these are doors. I think you can tell, hopefully you can tell that they're doors, decorative doors. I'm like super obsessed with decorative doors. And so what I'm going to do is carve around the doors. And this, I don't know if you're familiar with ACEOs, you know they're tiny. So they're 2.5 and 3.5. And I'm going to carve around the door, print the door, and then I'm going to do different things to add detail, like framing the door, whether it's leaves, flowers, whatever it is. I'm just going to probably paint those with gouache. Um, and just repeat with the differences being what's around the door. It's 4 different designs. I might do 4 more. I'm not sure yet. I want to see how this turns out first because I am I still need to figure out if this is is actually going to be worth the time it will take. Maximalist, did I say good morning? Good morning. So this is an experiment, y'all. So uh I'm just carving out. You see how I carved out around here? I'm going to do that with most of them. Then I'll go into the detail. If we're going to be here for 2 hours, hopefully I'll be able to get quite a bit done. Of course, if you have questions, as usual, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will be a little bit more head down than usual this morning as we get used to this rhythm of the 2 days. Like today's Thursday, so I'm going tonight also. Thank you for the follow. Is it O Pack Drift? You know that I messed that up. Thank you for liking the live. You have to let me know how to pronounce that. You know, I can't tell if that's a zero or an O. You know I messed that up. But thank you for the follow. Hey TG, good morning. I am not doing a two color print, TG. I am doing these for ACEOs. ACEOs. Yeah, yesterday I kept saying ACOs. ACEOs. So I'm trying to figure out practical ways to replicate. I'm trying to figure out practical ways to replicate this because I gotta see how this works. So it's going, sometimes there will be the same door design, but the what is around the door will be different. So let's see what happens. All right, let's flip this around. Hey Heidi, good morning. How are you? Let's flip this around so I can get this straight line, y'all. So I have to be careful because I need a straight line, but I also don't want the, I need to be careful not to get the gouge. I want to be guided by the ruler. I have to go really slow, but I also don't want the gouge to touch the ruler because it's metal. And I don't use a plastic one because then, all right, that's good. I don't use a plastic one because then it chips the plastic. People say it like Oreo, ACEO. Ah, is that it? Heidi, thank you for the love you so much. I appreciate it. Is that it, TG? OCO? And I think when I was saying it yesterday, I was saying it. Our it's Ro from Romania. Welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. ACO. I don't know. Whatever. Those little tiny things that everybody's doing that they seem to be making money from selling. So let's test it out. Those things. Hey Diana, good morning. So yeah, the other thing that I have to work out for these I'm doing my work days is because I told y'all before I cannot be as engaged in these live streams as I am when we're doing the drawing stuff, the drawing tutorial, because I have to have my head down more. So I'm not saying don't chatter like we usually do. I'm going to set up Tickfinity to do the automod stuff so that I can hear what's happening in the chat. And I can respond. It's just that my head will be down when I'm responding. So yeah, Tickfinity was much more complicated than I thought it would be. I tried to set it up before the live stream, so I was like, forget it. It's way too complicated to do it in the live stream. I already also see that I'm going to need to, I think I'm going to need to hook up my magnifying light, because when I'm usually right against the window and I can see a lot better. It's not as easy to see here. And y'all don't mind me moving around like this. Honestly, my back already started hurting. Phyllis R. Gooden, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. So I am going to be taking some stretch my back breaks. Um, but this is just, I'm getting used to the differences with just sitting down. I don't even know if I want to touch these yet. And if you cannot see what I'm doing, just remind me to move a little bit so that you can actually see. Oh yeah, y'all, I see it clearly. On Saturday when I'm here, I'm going to definitely be using, in fact, I don't know if I'm going to last this whole time without, I can't do these details without the magnifier. I'll tell you that right now. All right, let me just do, I'll do big swatch areas. Yeah, I have to, TG, do the leaning. Phyllis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Diana and Heidi, thank you for getting your heart me. I appreciate y'all. Um, Honestly, I really just need the thing that helps me the most is when I'm standing on one of those anti-fatigue mats and I have and if I'm wearing one of my platform vans. I actually have a studio pair of vans that are specifically for when I'm carving. On the days I'm going to be carving, I just did not put them on. I'm barefoot and I do not have my mat under my feet. And I crawled under this table back and forth to do this new setup so many times this morning. I'm about to be 47, y'all. Listen, I don't going crawling underneath a table multiple times. That wasn't a good move, but I will be okay. I just have to stretch enough, like in a half an hour. I'll stretch. Doesn't take long, y'all. If y'all are still here, I know y'all won't mind. Heidi, thank you for the slow motions. And y'all, thank you for the likes. And y'all, I remind people all the time, carve away from your body, away from your body, and get your fingers out of the way of your gouge. I have a video where I'm talking about that, and somebody commented on it the other day, saying, "Oh, fine, now I see this video." After I just had to put like 10 band wait, it wasn't like 10 band-aids on my all the gashes I got from those knives. Tell people all the time and go slow. I get that we want things to happen fast, but these things stab. They're sharp. They're sharp for wood, y'all. When these things hit you, they hit you hard. Thank you for sharing the live, TG. I have to be careful because I didn't go around my edge here. I'm just trying to do the big pieces. I'm not ready to go into the details yet. I know I started over here, but I was doing it for the plot, y'all. I did it so that I could Actually, let me flip this. Y'all, I try to be super careful because there are so many things that you have to think about. So my non-skid thing, I have to put two because this surface is kind of shiny. You said pushing away seems easier than pulling it towards yourself. Yes, I agree. But there are sometimes I think people, I don't know what it is. Just carve away from your body. I don't know how you get into that position, but I've seen people do it. And then and you'll see how many times I spin this thing. Because even if you I had even started for 2 seconds to contemplate carving along this side, but I flipped it because again, from a leverage perspective, I would have been holding on here. And this gouge can slip. It slips. I mean, you try not to make it slip because it might mess up your print. But the bigger you can always, I can always fill this in, make it dry, fix it. I'm not, I haven't gotten stabbed from a gouge in years. I'm not trying to start now. So anyway, oh, I can let me I just go slow. So that's yeah, that's why I have that gift. The slow motion. Maximalist, that's my, oh, she's not here. I don't think she's here still. That's the matching that's um the matching gift for carving. Slow motion. Because we're going slow. I don't know. It's just, you have to be so aware because even this thing that I do, I have to be mindful not to like put too much tension holding it down. I'm just trying to just put a little. Miriam, you said nobody's here? Haha. Shadow said not quite. I mean, Miriam, who needs to be here? Oh, Miriam, I am talking. So, y'all, everybody, TikTok, I'm co streaming on YT. Y'all know that already. YT, I'm co streaming on TikTok. So, I'm talking to both rooms. So, Shadow is here. Miriam, other people are on TikTok. You are scared. Tell me why you're scared, Heidi. There are things that you can do to make sure that you're being careful. Tell me what is your concern? What came in the kit? Oh y'all, this thing is dull as all get out. We're not using that. Shadow said not quite. I'm here. I think Miriam was referring to Shadow. I think Miriam was referring to who I'm talking to. I'm just talking and they're like, what's happening? Nobody's in here. You're talking. Let's talk you through the fear, Heidi. Tell me why you're scared to use it. To mess it up. I know, TG, they're on YT, they're like, huh? She's running her mouth and it's only two of us over here. To mess it up. Heidi, you just get another block if you mess it up. Just like when you're doing your painting, if you feel like you mess something up, what do? Start with a new piece of paper. And actually, Heidi, just like other types of art, A good way to start practicing is with shapes. Can't learn without mistakes. Exactly. Exactly, TG. You're in the subway. A good way to start, Heidi, is with shapes. So if you draw different shapes on your block, practice navigating the edges of the shapes. That's a good way to start. For instance, if you're going to do a circle, the easiest way to get around the circle is you don't, as you're, let me show you on this semicircle. If you start carving, I want to show you, but I want to also make sure I'm using the right tool. Where do I just put these things on and I don't know where they are here. As you're carving, again, take it slow. You just push, do not lift, just spin. Push and spin. Just as a beginner, push and spin. Take your time, push and spin, and you'll get your curve easily. Just push your block and then follow the just a little tiny way and spin. It makes life so much easier, and that's the practice. Practice, use shapes, different size shapes, and practice navigating around those corners, inside and outside the shape. That's the best way to start. Well, that's a good way to start. I can't tell you the best way, but that's a good way to start. Let's put it that way. All right, let me get in here and take out this top here. Hopefully, Heidi, I hope you didn't lose your signal before you heard what I was saying. Yeah, I have to figure out what the keywords are for when I'm doing the regular art practice stuff, because I said nothing when the live stream started. I just started, well, Blondie came in pretty early, but I just started going. Oh, y'all, you know what? My mom called me while I was setting up. BBM, oh, uh, see you later, TG. Thank you for hanging out for a bit. A good bit, too. Take care. I know your mornings are tricky. Well, this time of the morning. I'm waiting for your early mornings. You said you gotta stop staying up so late. Y'all, I might have to, I think I'm going to have to get off the live because my mom just, y'all, I have to pause the live for a little bit. I think I have up to 5 minutes. I don't want to get, let me see, I have to call my mom. Okay. It's all right. She said I can keep going. Sorry, y'all. My mom, I knew something was going on because my mom knows that I go live now and she wouldn't normally have reached out to me, but N Rayashk. I know I messed that up. Welcome in. You stayed up late, Blondie. You're supposed to be getting rest. Why did you stay up late? I'll be around. Don't be so shady. Oh, sweet thing. You're on a fire. Oh, what kind of art was it? Liz, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hey, Em, good morning. Hey, Delane, good morning. Oh, like diamond painting, Blondie? You said just scrolling while you're on your break. Oh, Delane, did you see that I followed you on Instagram? Was it diamond painting, Blondie? Y'all, I'm just stretching because my back already is hurting me very badly. Dots Mandela. Ah, I would be curious to see that. Is it like stippling? Like dots that way? Good morning, Nico Grace. Cami, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Good welcome, Loving Taurus. How are you? Thanks for sharing the live, Nico Grace. Good morning, Coach Rhonda. I'm good, Nico Grace. How are you? Thank you for the heart me's and the stars and the slow motions. Oh, thank you, Nico Grace, for closing out that goal. Amy Combs, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Oh, 103. Hand painted dot art. I will have to look it up. I will have to look it up. Hey, six. Hey, 669 who? You know what? I was saying goodbye last night, and I realized, not last night, yesterday morning, and I realized that you had typed in the chat, you didn't realize how your username sounded out loud. I did see that yesterday. Welcome back. Glad to see you. Kimbra. I will look that up, Blondie. Let's do this one. 669 who I will definitely. That was super funny. As I was closing, I was like, oh, I didn't even see this message. I think it's super. Oh, Coach Rhonda, thank you for the bravos. I think it's super delayed over there. That's why. Kimber's Creations is a really nice one. All right. CRI, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. So, folks, thank you for being here, and for the folks outside the room that might be interested in joining. My name is LeeAnn. I am an illustrator and a printmaker. And this morning I am working on carving this lino. I usually call them blocks, but this one is not mounted. So call it whatever you want to call it, sheet, plate, whatever. But I am working on carving these little baby doors. Each one of these sections is 2.5 times 3.5, because I am thinking about starting doing ACEOs. So I'm going to see how this works out. So I am carving this morning. I am also going live tonight at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I go live twice, 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. we will be doing the basic drawing exercises. But in the mornings on those 3 days, I have to do like regular art stuff. So I am carving for these to use these as prints for ACEOs. So let's see. I'm doing the larger. You can see that I'm taking out the larger areas first, and then I'll go into the tiny detail, more of the tiny details inside the door. But I'm trying to get some of these larger areas out of the way. And also I will probably be pausing sometimes. I haven't paused yet, but I will be pausing a little bit for I'll be pausing a little bit for sure to to stretch my back, y'all, because my back is already starting to hurt me because I'm standing up to carve, so I have the right leverage. But I did not do the things that I was supposed to do in terms of like setting up my anti-fatigue mat and all that stuff. So I will have to do a better job on Saturday. um oh, Blondie, actually, um I will not probably not use them initially because I'm not sure that I'm going to be using those presses. The presses for right now, I still need to set up that other space properly. But it is actually a good idea for the future in terms of making it a lot easier for me to print these. Uh, let's see. The first round, I'm going to just do it on that other press that I use. But otherwise, yeah, I actually do think I am going to end up using those to make it easier for me. Because I really, if I'm going to be doing this ACEO thing, I need to figure out the most effective ways to drop some efficiency in the process. Because that's the way that it works for people. Um, and yeah. Hey, Chef Tanya. That's the way that it works for folks. For them to create like an efficient way to create multiple in a shorter period of time. Because y'all, I mean, I need to do some more pricing research, but some of this, some of the pricing stuff is super low. And then for me, that's not practical. I can't be selling a print for $2. I don't care how small it is. So there's some work to do there. Hey, Charlie, good morning. How are you? That Boston guy, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. This is a set for ACEO. Yeah. Thanks for getting your heart, me, Charlie. Blondie, you are right. This is a set for ACEO. No, Chef Tanya, I'm gonna do them in one batch. That's why I put them all on the same plate. I'll run the plate itself, and then these lines I'll use to just trim, so that I get that. This is the ACO size here, so I'll use these. I'll probably take out some of this. Like, I don't need this whole thing to be able to have my line to cut, but these will be my cut lines, and then I'll just trim it after I paint. Because I'm going to add additional detail around the doors, which will be different for now, then different for each door. That will be the individual originality, and then go from there. And then I'll cut them once everything is ready to go. Then I can just trim them along these lines, and everything is the right size. It's always easier. They call it, I mean, this is what they would call 8-up in printing. So it's always easier to do multiple at one time and then trim down. As long as you have your cut lines and your registration stuff all set up, that's way easier. Thanks for the bravos, Charlie, and for sharing the live. They're supposed to be, Blondie. That's what these ACEOs are. This is my first I actually wasn't, I knew that it was becoming popular, and I had kind of decided I wasn't going to add another thing to my plate of things to try. But the more and more I saw videos about it, I was like, you know what? Let me try it. Let me see if I can create an efficient process for it. Um, and if they do well, then I have another revenue stream. Heidi, you're back. Are you at work now? All right, y'all. The Linocut, like in not for you don't mean for ACEOs, you mean in general that do printmaking? Yeah, there are lots of folks that do it. Or you mean for the ACEOs? I don't know if that's what you mean. Yeah, with the carving, yeah, there are a good number of people that do it. Some people use wood blocks, some people use the softer linoleum blocks, some people use um, those compressed wood boards. I I actually like the compressed wood boards. I like using those, but I don't like the. Yeah, there are several people that do it, Blondie. If you look up printmaking, like in general, you'll find a lot of people doing it. Ah, there are people that do it. Isa, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Io Sola. Good morning. How are you? This is not good. I couldn't see the line. That wasn't a smart move. I am doing well. Like if they carve wood. Thank you for getting your heart, me. Blondie, you mean if they're carving like a wooden. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to go into a little of the detail on this one because it's more practical to get into the details on this particular design because they're not and the areas for getting out the big pieces are not as big or not as like rectangular. So I am going to go ahead and go around some of these curves. So this is a super, I have a tinier one, but I don't, oh, how do I get this thing to focus? I'm trying to get y'all to be able to see how, but I think because it has like, you can see how tiny it is. I have a smaller one. This one is a lot smaller even. Um, it's a slight bit smaller. This one I'll probably use inside some of the detail areas, but for right now, I don't need anything small. I don't need it smaller than this. In Galveston, they have so many sculptures from trees that were damaged in hurricanes. Really? Yes, I'm good. I think I answered you already. The only thing I keep saying is, y'all, I am going to need to stop it in a little bit to just stretch my back. I can imagine it's really beautiful because my back is already hurting me. I'm gonna be spinning the block a lot, y'all, because it's spinning the block. Haha. Because to get the best leverage for curves, I just throw these and then I just sweep them up at the end. To get the best leverage for curves, you need to spin. It just makes it so much easier. So let me get stuff out of the way since I'm going to be spinning. I'm gonna be spinning. These are my own design, yes, Blondie. I just created. I look at I spend a lot of time studying doorways because I love them. And so I just drew some with a combination of styles that I've seen, with certain like detail. Who said what I have in that brain of mine? Too much stuff. Seven, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Too much stuff, Blondie. Y'all, if I move this too far over and you cannot see it, please let me know. Because I will get caught up in carving, as I should, but then forget. Wait, you might not be able to see this one because I need to have a little bit more leverage. To get around this. Y'all, I have to figure out my words for this live. The for when I'm doing just my regular art practice stuff in the morning. I have to figure those words out because love is a losing game. And for those of you who are newer to this, I tell people all the time, do not hesitate to spin that block. Oh, Iosola, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Spin that block. Spin it, spin it, spin it. Because you'll get more leverage and it will just make it easier for you to achieve some of the detail that you want to achieve. Especially when you have curves. I'm spinning this one a lot because you can see that the design has a lot of curves in it. Okay, y'all. I'm going to just stretch for a few seconds. So just listen. I'm literally just going to stretch my back this way. So I'm still here. It just really helps. Oh, Sola, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, I didn't expect my back to hurt this much because I didn't do the things I usually do. Like stretch before, like use my anti-fatigue mat. Yikes. Alright, I think I should be good. For a little while at least. Alright, let's Really what I wanted to do was get around here so that I could take out the bigger pieces of. I got carried away. I started doing my details again. I am going to try. I'm trying to get all these like larger areas carved out so that then I can hyper focus on the details. When I use these bigger gouges on these tiny areas, I really have to be careful because they run away from you sometimes if you're not careful. But I'm just trying to make this line a little bit bigger, and then I can do some. It's like clearing out land or something, y'all. I equate it to that sometimes. Biggest thing to remember is to just go slow. There is no rush. Take your time. Messy things happen when you don't take your time. See, I I didn't do this outline. So I'll take the bigger areas out, I'll go into the details, and then once I've carved everything, then I will go through and do a final check to make sure that where things are supposed to be curved, that they are curved versus an edge there and things like that. That is typically how I will, that's typically how I do the carving. Y'all, I need this. I need to sharpen one of the gouges, so give me 1 second. I'm trying to move it so y'all can see what I'm doing. I don't know. I need to look up. This thing is so old. I don't even know if that has an impact on how effective it is, because I find that it feels like my stuff aren't I really think I'm going to need to start getting a whetstone. That's another way to sharpen these tools. I think it would be more effective. I just feel like this hasn't sharpened. It used to be great in the beginning, but I wonder if this thing. I'm kind of talking to myself, y'all. Hey, so, how are you? I did say that you came in at exactly the right time. Eggnoggin, welcome in. Hey, Be Easy, what's going on? Tanya, welcome in. Grace, hello. What Blondie, I wonder if this 10K thing really does have a have some impact, because a bunch of y'all just came in. Y'all, thank you for getting your heart me's and for the go populars. All right, let's see if, let me just run this so that I can get these birds off. And then see if this will work. All right. because I do not want to use a bigger one. What was odd? Oh, the surge? Yeah, I think I was like, um, oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Oh my God, it's so much sharper. You said, hey, SBP. Harris, good morning. How are you? Let me see who I'm missing. Welcome back, Karen. I think I got everybody. Yeah, you see that, right, Blondie? Like, we got a surge. Maybe it was the Go Populars that y'all were sending. Thank you. It's still not as sharp as I would like it to be, but it's much better. Hmm. I think I'm just not going to use that one because I need to spend more time sharpening it. I am carving lino, Harris. I drew some doors that I am going to try to. Um, I'm testing out the whole ACEO thing. Hey Bala, good morning. How are you? And so I'm carving these doors and then I'm going to add some additional detail around them, probably with gouache. Yeah, so Blondie, you see what So is saying, and I think that's what it is. So I think that now I'm wondering if the 10K really is a real milestone thing. We need to test it out. Maybe tonight, because y'all remember I will be here at 7 p.m. again. Maybe tonight we'll test out the 10K theory. So whoever is here with me, we'll test out that 10K theory. All right, let me. Y'all, I have to say I wasn't sure how much progress I would actually make, but I feel decent about this progress. And I think once I have Tickfinity set up, I won't consciously be looking up as much because I'll hear all the activity and not feel like I might be missing something. But y'all, I'm not going to set it up. Oh, thank you, Charlie. This is my I I put this playlist together for the live stream in the mornings, and every week I add like 2 to 3 songs to it. So I tell people all the time, if you use Spotify, I created it as a public playlist. So if you use Spotify, you can actually save the playlist to your library if you want. You just have to know that when I add songs, they will be also added to the playlist. But I really try to keep the same vibe with the songs. So just let me know if you need that information. A few people have have downloaded it. You know what I mean? Added the playlist to their library. Be Easy said, thanks for using my real nickname. Ah, well, I never thought the acronym now means we can, it's like a, then it can be a private joke. You said it's bad for your health. The wistful love songs. Ah, Charlie. Well, I don't think you don't have to have premium. Shared, thank you for joining. You don't have to have premium. You just, I think you can still just, you can just have a regular Shopify, listen to me, Spotify account. I have the same handle on here that I do on Spotify. So if you look for me on Spotify, this is the handle. And if you look for me on Spotify, the playlist is called Mellow Morning Vibes Drawing Practice. Y'all, I hope that my stream on the YT is okay. I feel no shit on me. Thank you for the follow, shared. You said you are a love hardened thug. You can't be reminiscing. That is jokes. Ah, thank you so much, Shared. I appreciate you. That is super funny. These songs, you seeing by yourself like you just ended two marriages and sold a dog for her love. Is that what you're doing with these songs, Be Easy? That's you in a room by yourself. Oh my goodness. Your best friend calls you the softest gangster. There you go. Um, just soft thugging it out. I hear you. Soft thugging. Y'all, I already see places that I'm gonna need to, because it's starting to get overcast outside. You were 5 singing this like you'd live this, you'd lived it twice. I know. I think that we all were like singing our hearts out to these songs, not even understanding the drama. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to need, actually, y'all, I think I might need the magnifying thing, because it is getting overcast outside and it's perfect light for you all, but it is very terrible light for me. You said in a cashmere throw, sipping a Capri Sun. I am crying. Oh, looking out the window, just wistfully sighing. I am on the floor. Share, this is what happens in this room, okay? This is what happens in this room all the time. This is how we get down in here. No matter what I'm working on, we have these kinds of jokes going on. Yeah, I'm just logging into the YT stream so that I can see what they're seeing. Oh, it's actually good over here. Hey, Mrs. Treetop, good morning. Your brother said used to be like, "Why are you singing so hard? You never even had a girlfriend." You said so and be easy are a mess. Yes, they are a good mess. Mrs. Treetop, thank you for getting your heart me and for the go populous. You said yarning starts early and it needs practice. Y'all, I am crying. I can't get over sitting wistfully by the window with your Capri Sun and your cashmere throw. Did I miss any? Oh, Mrs. Treetop, thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate you. Yos, thank you for joining. Have a great day. I will be back at 7 p.m. if that works for you. If you have time to stop by, I will be back again 7 p.m. Eastern. Mrs. Treetop, you just leveled up. Wait, let me get the sound effects. Thank you for the support, Mrs. Treetop. Congratulations on the level up. Oh, much love. Thank you so much, Eos. Take care. Bye, Shared. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for the follow. Hey, Estella. Yay, you. Thank you, Mrs. Treetop. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm shaking my legs up because I definitely have to change my setup. Not this setup, but I have to make sure I put some padded shoes on and also have my anti-fatigue mat on today's Thursday, on Saturday, because y'all, your girl is in pain. And I keep using this gouge that I said I'm not going to use because it's not sharp enough. Either this one or the. Thanks for sharing the live, Mrs. Treetop. You said men don't get on their knees in leather pants and the rain like they used to. She needs to leave you alone. But we haven't heard it yet. You jinx yourself. We're going to hear it now. It's going to be the next song. Watch. It's going to be the next song. Wait, y'all. So Jamie Foxx has a new, I think he has a new album and a new single coming out in February. Maybe he'll do some kneeling in the rain and throwing off his jacket. Hey, True. Good morning. How are you? How are you feeling today, True? I hope feeling a little bit better. I know it's only been a day since you gave an update, but every day that passes and you feel better is good. No, that was a raggedy thing I just did. I just ripped that whole thing out. I'm lucky it didn't cut into the design. Oh, True, that's awesome. You can walk again. Ooh, True. It was bad. They ain't standing in sand dunes and begging you to come home after an hour. I'm crying. So yeah, on Saturday we're going to test out after I finally set Tickfinity up properly. See it there? Yeah, I almost lost one of my little decorative elements there because I was not paying attention. In your lungs and your legs. True, is that from before, like when you had gotten like the fluid? Is that residual from that time? Because that wasn't that long ago. Thank you, True. Javier Jean Noel, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Javier said, I don't know what y'all doing in here, but I don't want no parts of it. You never got fully better. Yeah, that's what I figured. Hearing what you're saying, it to me, I figured that it was like it never really, you never, like you said, you never really got fully better. Well, I'm glad that you are feeling better. And I hope you are able to take it easy. I'm saying it's easy for us to say, I hope you are taking it easy, but I know that as much as we want to take it easy, sometimes it doesn't feel possible, but you got to take care of yourself as much as possible. Y'all, this outside. Joe was in a shower. Where's the creative direction? You said this piece of art says, "Come knock on my door." Y'all, I am cracking up at the foolishness about the songs. Come knock on my door. I actually, that's a good idea. Thank you, Em. How are you? I saw you drop in 2 seconds before, but I think you might not have been ready to hang out yet. Um, so you're right. That name is is a good series name. True, maybe I will take that idea. If this actually does work out for the ACEOs, I'm going to be doing the outer part of the design. Probably, y'all. I'm not gonna carve. I'm gonna pause on the carving for right now. I have to sit down. The pain in my back is atrocious right now. All right. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Let me. I can't. I'm not gonna carve because I don't have enough. Actually, I might be able to do a little bit, but I had to sit. And you know, it's on this stupid stool that I keep sitting on. That wait, I'm missing stuff. You need to play the theme song. What's the theme song? Oh, come and knock on my door. That one? Am I showing my age by guessing that that's the theme song? There's a song in this playlist that you have been playing out. It's called "I Got You." People do forget. And that's what I was saying is that I know better, and I didn't set myself up properly this morning with my anti-fatigue mat and um my shoes that I usually. Oh, Estelle, I was standing. I wasn't sitting on the stool because honestly, y'all, when I come in here and carve and I'm sitting on the stool, I, I end up doing a lot of fixing because I don't have enough leverage when I'm sitting. No matter how, even if I set myself high enough, I feel like I don't have enough leverage. Although I have a counter height chair downstairs that I probably could bring upstairs and see. But the stool helps now. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that it's in the garage and I didn't bring it upstairs. And usually I put on my I'm just stretching my back, y'all. And this stool actually is good because it twists very easily. Um you said I better have a pressure mat under this table. Ah, I can't get the leverage right if I'm not standing. And I didn't take the precaution. You know what? I was so busy trying to set up this tripod with the boom arm so that it's higher up. Um, that I didn't do, and I knew it was going to happen. I said it right from the beginning. Uh, but tomorrow I'll make sure, y'all. Not tomorrow, Saturday, because I won't be carving on the live tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be drawing and I'll be sitting. We are the main ones for getting this art isn't cheap on the body. You are right. this is what, listen to me, y'all. So now I can run my mouth. This is why I keep saying I have to figure out, I have to figure out if this doing ACEOs with printmaking are worth my while, because it takes a lot of effort and I have a feeling that I'm not going to feel like it's worth my while. So let's see if I can make it work. And y'all, I am, you know, that press that I use to print, it is a lot easier for me than the, yeah, so that's why I did the doubles. So my thought is, and actually Blondie asked me a question earlier that I didn't think about. The size of this, I can actually print this on one of the presses, because those platens are 10 by 15. So that will make it easier for me, but I'm not going to be able to get there probably until next month. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. So the doors are going to be whatever they are, and then each background will be different. So I'll do some bougainvillea and some good morning, Janine. How are you? Thank you for the heart me's and for the bravos, friend. I'll do some leaves and some that kind of thing. So yeah, that is absolutely the plan, which is because I was trying to figure out what's the best way for me to do this and make it efficient so that it can work for the ACEO world. Because y'all, if I do this, if I was to do, like, even if it's an edition, like if I was to do it and freaking somebody, one of them sells for $2.99 or something like that, y'all, I don't know how I would feel about that. She Art, welcome in. Thank you for joining. The Janine, I'm using Live Studio for TikTok, but OBS for YT. Ooh, you leveled up, my friend. I'm using OBS for YT, Janine. And then tomorrow, tonight I'm going to work on trying to get the FB feed up, because finally I had started a brand new FB feed page for to do this stuff, and I finally got to 100 followers over there, so I can now go live over there. So I'm going to add FB to the OBS. Wait, I just thought of something. Somebody asked me a question. Did they? Oh, you're letting go of StreamYard. So the only thing that I will tell you, Janine, to think about is StreamYard. All of those platforms, StreamYard, Restream, all of them, they all use their own because they're web-based. They use their servers to push out your live stream. OBS uses your computer's capacity to push out the live stream. So you have just know that your computer is going to be taxed to the max for all your streams, because each individual OBS sends a separate stream for each individual platform. So your computer is going to be pushed probably to its limits, because I know you have a Mac too. Not saying it cannot do it, just be mindful of that. So I would say before you get rid of StreamYard, test out your OBS streams and get it down before you get rid of StreamYard. Just in case. Or if you still need to, maybe you try, because doesn't Jesse swear by Restream? That it's so much cheaper and You're getting a brand new Mac desktop, an iMac. Janine, I hope you didn't order it yet. Kat McCrafty, welcome in. You ordered it already? Look at me. I'm like, you ordered? No. So, Janine, honestly, before you order an iMac, you need to talk to the Mac folks and tell them what you're going to be doing, because iMacs, even the brand new ones, I just checked the other day, their RAM capacity, this is not about this, this is partially about the streaming, but their RAM capacity is maxed out at 32, which is not a lot of RAM these days for all the things that we're doing on our computers. So before you order it, speak to one of their you don't have to go into the store. They have that support online, and tell them about your, oh, if you're going into the store, tell them that you're going to be using OBS. Explain all of that to them. You know what, they might advise that you get one of those Mac Minis instead. The Mac Mini has a lot more power. And then you get you don't have to buy a Mac display. Don't, that's not what I'm telling you to do. You can get a fabulous monitor for way cheaper than, or if you have a monitor already. Get a Mac Mini. I'm going to tell you that it is very likely they will recommend you get a Mac Mini. An iMac is not an ideal. An iMac is pretty. An iMac is not for performance at all. It's a better technical buy. It really is. And you don't make them convince you to buy any Mac display either, Janine. Don't make them convince you to buy a Mac display. Now, and actually, if what I did the calculate, you might be better off financially with the Mac Mini too. So yeah. So talk to them about it. Tell them what you're going to be doing with OBS and make sure they understand. Yeah, I don't want you spending your your budgeted coins in the wrong way and then be frustrated in a year, because this is something that you're just going to be growing. So a Mac Mini, a Mac Mini might be your best bet, and then you buy yourself, either you have a monitor already, because you probably do have multiple monitors, and if you really want a huge monitor, they have lots of really, really good displays that are non-Mac displays. Don't let them convince you to buy a Mac display, because the Mac display costs more than 10 iMacs. So don't let them convince you to buy it in the store. Because I think you can, the Mac Mini, I think you can go up to you do not, and the other thing is, Janine, you do not need more than a Mac Mini. I mean, the other ones, the tiers, unless you're getting unless you want a MacBook, but even if you, even I will, and laptops for your, because Janine, I know that you're going to be ramping up your editing and all of that stuff. So tell them what you're going to be doing, because you're going to be editing and rendering, and you're going to be streaming. Their Macs are not ideal for all that stuff in general, but I get it. I'm a Mac person myself, but the iMac is not the answer. Mirage made it. Hey, welcome back. How are you? The iMac is not the answer, friend. No, the iMac is pretty. The iMac is is nice, and iMac is alright if you're doing like admin stuff. But considering the things that you want to do, and it's one of those things where you don't want to buy it and then have to buy a new one in a year or two. Thank you for getting your heart, me, Mirage made it. Y'all, I'm not carving because I'm on a back break. I'm on a back break. Actually, I think I'm going to try to see if I can carve a little bit, do some little bit of stuff. Oh, it feels good. Once I take the pressure off it, I'm good, actually. And the way I'm sitting right now, I might actually, I don't know if I'll be able to. Oh, I think I have to bring this closer. Um, Janine, I don't, I'm not going to say that because I know of how I am. And I don't care what anybody says. I have a old school IT geek as a partner. Um, and so I know he would answer you yes in a heartbeat, but I also know that I refuse. So you don't have to, because it's the thing is it's not that you're going to be gaming and doing wild crazy streaming things. It's not that you're going to be doing like heavy, you're transitioning to a turnkey Linux. He would be happy to hear that. He would be happy to hear that. Um, but I don't think you need to make that kind of transition, Janine. But for the things that you want to do, an iMac is not the answer for you. You're better off with the Mac Mini. And you'll connect with So and just get the a Mac Mini with the capacity to be able to take you a little bit further. Um, Now, don't get me wrong. Um, I'm using. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm saying don't do it. Cause right now, y'all, this is a 10-year-old iMac with 32 gigs of RAM. That's it. I'm, um, and I was lucky because it it is like when I bought it, I've gotten 10 years out of it because he switched it out to a SSD. Like, I don't remember how many terabytes my hard drive is now, and messed with some things. Um, but Mirage made it. She's going to start streaming. No, Mirage made it. 32. He added to 32. That's why I'm telling her not to get an iMac. Because even today, an iMac max RAM is 32. That's how they have it them set up. They created it so people would need to buy a new one every 2 years or every 3 years. You know what I'm saying? She's going to start using OBS to do our multi streams. Mirage made it. She's using StreamYard now, and she's going to start using OBS. So her computer is going to need to be able to handle it. And the thing with the reason I'm telling her not to get an iMac is at max right now, the new iMacs, even the new iMacs cannot go past, it can only be upgraded up to 32. That's the max. I just looked at them the other day. I couldn't believe it. I mean, double check, but I couldn't believe it. So my RAM is maxed out at 32. It's the most ridiculous thing. But That's what they do. That's why they're pink and blue and orange and all those colors now, because it's more for aesthetic than for performance. The iMac. Um. So, but Janine, I only know as much as I know, and then like like so said, having an IT person in the home is like marrying a mechanic. Yes. I don't know if she. That's the thing. Jenny, you wanted to get a laptop? Not an iMac though. Oh, so you have a you wanted to get a desktop separately for it. iMac is great for publishing. I don't use it beyond that. You want a desktop. Yeah. So I don't think the iMac is the answer. She already has a she has the laptop. Mirage made it. Now, Janine, since you have the laptop, maybe you just need to get the monitors. Maybe you just need to get a monitor and use your is it a MacBook Pro that you have? And use your MacBook Pro as your maybe you just need a monitor, Janine. I didn't realize you already had a is it a MacBook Pro? It's slow. Maybe you just need RAM though. And maybe you just need RAM. Janine, don't buy anything yet. You need to, I think, Janine, I know you don't want to buy anything just to buy it. You need to get a monitor, Janine, and maybe you need some RAM. Well, the folks in the chat will advise you on your computer capabilities. Look at that, Janine. You came to the right place this morning. Dead dolls, hello. Yes, dead dolls. I'm carving, although I'm on pause right now because I my back was hurting me, so I had to sit down. Maximalist, anything you want, you can get it in this community. And look, Mirage made it came in at exactly the right time. 5 years, I think, might be Apple. Look in your about and more, right? Oh, have a great Charlie. Thank you so much for hanging out for such a long time, friend. Have a great rest of your day as well, and thank you for everything, my friend. Take care. I'll see you in homeroom, actually, probably. All right, y'all. I said I was going to try to carve a little while I'm sitting here, and I think I can. Y'all are taking care of Janine. This is what this is what I mean when I say collective education, y'all. We got 700 geniuses of various types in this room sharing their knowledge at all times. I love it. And I'm telling y'all, I love it. You said the crazy eyes are cracking you up. You know how I do. Thank you for the high bear and the bravos, y'all. Um, Dead dolls. I know Dead dolls. You have so much more time left in the season. Janine, if you look in your about this Mac, you should be able to tell if you have the Intel or the Apple. You said it's a side effect of the PTSD. You're always tired. I know. Um, you need to schedule one a month. You still have a few months left. You need to schedule one a month, dead dolls. All right, y'all. I'm taking it extra slow because I'm not in the exactly the right position. Let me use something smaller. Oh, y'all. Oh, Janine, are you crazy, Janine? You're good. You are good. It was perfect because so was already here. Mirage made it, came in as we were talking about it. The experts were in the room. It was meant for you to stop in and mention it today. Otherwise, you would have gone ahead and spent your money. You never had what, a Mac? I'm not the right person to ask. Be easy. I know full well that I wouldn't tell people to get a Mac because if they're doing certain things, um, but I'm one of those people. When they had those Apple commercials where the Android people were like, but this, but this, but this, and the person was like, no, 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 I don't care, I don't care, I want an iPhone, or whatever it was. That's me. Even I know better. I'm not the right one to ask. Ask somebody like So or Mirage made it. They're more neutral than I am. um, but if you've never had one, I always think to myself, what, don't get one. You said no, you have one of those. It didn't do what you need, what you wanted. There you go. You meant a massage. Oh, get one. Be easy. Never, ever, ever. Be easy. Get one. Get a massage, friend. They are good. And there are different kinds. So look up the different kinds and see which one you would want. There are different kinds. They are worth it. Be easy. Be easy. It's like a Pringles. Once you pop, you won't be able to stop. Once you pop, you won't be able to stop. Intel i7, y'all. Gurus, activate. Be Easy can relate to that because Be Easy is a. All right, so Mirage made it. She had planned to get a new. She was getting herself a desktop. But now, Janine, maybe the question is. Maybe the question is, do you get a new MacBook Pro and a monitor, or a Mac Mini and a monitor? Because if you need the flexibility of having a laptop, but for what? Like, you're not going to be streaming from the laptop, right? If you have a laptop, you're mostly only streaming from home. Y'all, this is a whole conversation. And y'all see that Janine is the budget coach, so we are helping her tremendously because she's not going to want to spend her money on something that is not necessary. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Janine. So then the Mac Mini plus the monitor, and then you you might be able to speed up your uni. Thank you for the heart me. Welcome. To speed up your current MacBook. Maybe I don't know how much if you have space to add RAM and stuff. Um that might be a good option since the laptop is not being used for so much stuff. It's a it this one is a liner block uni. Yeah, so I'm carving the liner to print. Okay, y'all will set up calls and all that. The multi-resource center that we have here in the mornings. All right, y'all. I'm over 2 hours. I was going to try to do this sitting down, but it is not practical. So on Saturday I'm going to be carving again. That's going to be our morning. But y'all, I'm back again tonight. Remember, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Today's a 2 a day. And tonight I'll be doing the basic drawing exercises again. Um Yeah, yeah. I'm going to mess this up. I see it already. I don't have enough leverage. Have a blessed day, True. See you tonight, M. I I'm chuckling because of Be Easy. Be Easy. I think that is a fear that you do not have to have. Next time you know who to call. I did that last year for Intuit. I am going to leave it to my tech department. Y'all volunteering yourselves too. I'm just glad Janine came in here and said something today. No, so maximalist. You weren't here when I was talking about that. There's some not the purple app, but there might be some things in the works. There might be some things in the works, maximalist. You weren't here. It wasn't Tuesday mornings live. It was Tuesday nights live. We were talking about it. Um Something that would be similar to that, but better. That would where we this is not the only every single live stream that we have, this type of thing comes up, and it's not necessarily this specific thing, but similar types of things. um True, I'm going to be doing drawing, beginner drawing, the basic drawing stuff. um Finishing that, the station wagon and horse. I think I might even start the animals. Did you hear that, Dead Dolls? They picked animals next, and we're starting with horses because of you. Yeah, maximalist. There is a lot that we can We have too much good stuff going on in here to just leave it at lost in the comments of a live. Let's put it that way. The solution, the final solution is not tied up in a bow yet, but you are on the right track. You are on the right track. Oh yeah, dead doll. So what I'm saying that I'm doing is, the days that I go live twice, I cannot afford to spend another 2 hours doing something that's not my work that will generate some revenue. So that's why in the mornings on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, where I'm going live also at night, I'm doing something related to my regular art stuff. You know what I'm saying? So most likely, most of the time, it's going to either be carving or something like that. Um, all right, y'all. I will be better prepared with my anti-fatigue mat and my appropriate shoes, or any shoes, frankly, because I don't have any shoes on right now. Um, the tech department is taking care of Janine. Janine. I'm very glad that is Janine even. I don't even know if Janine is still in here, y'all. I'm I'm going to tell her. I think she might be in, because Janine is probably at work. In here. She probably I think Janine is at work in here. But I will tell her, because I think also I might see her in my in homeroom. So um she's in the same live host agency as me. So if I see her over there, I'll tell her to DM y'all if she has questions. All right, y'all. Oh my God. As always, I tell you, these live streams are always so awesome. You all are the best. I appreciate you all so much. Um, and yes, I will. You said I have to wear shoes every day in my house? I never have on shoes. Bye y'all. Take care. See if you all can make it. I will be back at 7 p.m. Eastern. See y'all later. Have a fabulous day. Folks on the YT, we will be heading out right now. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. And have a fabulous, fabulous day. I need to shut down this stream. To delete it, I just want to end it. I just want to end the stream, y'all. End stream.